you have a favorite question that you want to read out to us? So I'm very curious about Sri Krishna. And I always have been, and I have been bothering Prabhuji with these incessant questions. And he's actually answered one of my questions in the book, which is why does Krishna have so many wives? He married 16,108 girls. And I always wondered, like, isn't this contradictory? What a player. So Prabhuji answered this beautifully in the book. If he can elaborate on this.
Prabhuji, please say something in defense of Lord Krishna.
No, I love him. I mean, I have
We all love him.
adulation.
We all love him.
She is maybe just feeling insecure that Gautam doesn't read it. Is he around?
Well, no, he's at work, but I'm going to make him read it.
So you want me to answer that question? Yeah. So why did Krishna marry so many women? 16,108. See, whatever Krishna does, it's called Leela. But if we do that, it's called karma. So pastime. And Leela means it is done with a specific message in mind. Leela is done for somebody's pleasure, to make someone happy. So this whole world is like a drama stage for the Lord, and every incarnation of the Lord that comes to this world has a specific mission. So when Lord Ramchandra, he comes as Ramchandra, the mission is to establish Maryada. When he comes as Nrsimhadev, the mission is to protect Prahlad. So when he comes as Krishna, the mission is to establish his supremacy. That he is the supreme and he can do anything he likes without being affected by any reaction. But that's not the main reason why he married. So out of those 16,108, 16,100 girls were abducted by a demon called Narakasura. Because if you are taking these incidents from scriptures to blame Krishna, the answers also must come from scriptures. Not that, no, I don't think so. That is not acceptable. Like Jesus Christ said, either be hot or be cold. If you are lukewarm, I spit you out. So you can't take one reference from scripture and then not accept the other. So the same scripture which talks about Krishna marrying so many queens, it also mentions the reason. All these young girls were abducted by a demon called Narakasura, and they were constantly praying to the Lord who was at Dwarka to come and save them. So he came and killed him, saved them. But now the culture at that time was, no, those girls wouldn't be accepted by anyone. So they prayed to Krishna for shelter, and being the Supreme Lord, he can give shelter to countless souls. And therefore he married them. Not that he wanted, he was not going around, I love you, I love you, I love you. Will you marry me? He doesn't need anything. It's just that in the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the 4th chapter, he's already mentioned, as you approach me, I reciprocate accordingly. So if somebody wants to have that kind of relationship with Krishna as a lover, as a wife, Krishna rewards that. Somebody wants to be as his friend, he rewards that. So it is Krishna's reciprocation, and nobody else would have accepted those girls. So he personally accepted them. And not just accepted them, he kept them happy. He had palaces for each one of them. And he was simultaneously with them, expanded himself into so many forms. The same Bhagavad explains this. And other 8 also, Rukmini, Bhadra, Vipra, Nagnajiti, Jambavati, Mitravinda, Kalindi, she knows more than me. So they also, if you read the history, they were the ones who wanted to marry Krishna at some point, and Krishna accepted them. And he kept them happy. And thus he establishes supremacy. He can accept countless souls and keep them happy. Hope you got the message. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.